Yeah, this is crazy, Joe. But the Birdman said he was with Toni Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork. She got a divorce in 2 weeks and caught him for mega millions. He said the fix was in. This Birdman saying it. He's saying
he did no prenup?
He was with a no prenup, 18 years.
Talk about the guy that don't pay the producers to the last minute. No, let me stop. I love Birdman.
It's almost karma. It's almost. Somebody told me when we discussed this story in my house, people were saying karma. No,
you standing on this or this?
No, I'm not standing on this. I'm not at the divorce, bro. I'm telling you what the streets are saying and the Birdman said. The Birdman said he was with her for 18 years, married her, he had no paperwork, she got him. I don't even want to tell you the number. The number's the price of this building.
Girl, grab your popcorn because this tea is hotter than July in Miami. Now, one of the most shocking news this year was the sudden breakup between Birdman and Toni Braxton just days after they tied the knot. Like, how do you go from I do to I'm out that fast after almost 2 decades of being together? Well, it looks like the mystery is finally being unraveled. And let's just say things are way messier than we thought. Word on the street is Toni Braxton allegedly stumbled upon some jaw-dropping evidence linking Birdman to Diddy and some shady activities. Yep, you heard that right. Rumor has it Birdman was a little too close with Diddy behind the scenes, and he participated in some of these acts. When Toni Braxton found out, she packed her bags and dipped like she was never there in the first place. All right, y'all, let's get into some context because this story shook the internet to its core. So, TMZ dropped the bomb that Birdman and Toni Braxton secretly got married on August 8th, 2024. But the marriage didn't last long as Toni Braxton allegedly filed for divorce just 2 weeks later. According to reports, she claimed she ended things because Birdman was too good for her. Like, huh? Now, a lot of folks weren't exactly behind it because if you know Birdman, you know he's the type to bring his whole crew along for everything. So people were side-eyeing the situation. But what really sent the internet into a frenzy was how wild the story sounded. Marrying your longtime boyfriend of 16 years, then filing for divorce after 2 weeks. People were clowning Birdman online, calling him out for falling into the marriage trap, and some even speculated that Toni Braxton might have been in it for a quick financial win. According to reports, Toni Braxton's demand for a massive $160 million payout had everyone online asking the same question. Did she really love Birdman, or was this all part of a bigger plan to secure the bag? The internet went wild with theories, and you know 50 Cent wasn't about to stay quiet on something like this. He jumped right into the conversation, reacting to the news and saying, WTF? Now watch what women are gonna say. Well, if you held a man down for 16 years, you'd want to be paid for it too. Now, things had gone pretty quiet on the whole Birdman and Toni Braxton divorce drama until a few days ago when out of nowhere, this video of Birdman and Toni Braxton's sister Tamar on FaceTime with Toni went viral.
Right.
Hey.
You killed it, man.
Babe, I was trying to go crazy. I wanted to call him.
No, the nigga, Tony, the nigga was the #1 trending topic. I tried to tell him, I show him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
I don't know that.
Bro, you the #1 trending topic in the world. Well, bitch, come on, Toni Braxton, bitch.
Look at her. She thinks
she
look good, fan talk. TV, stop. Stop acting like you all that, baby. Because you
don't
is
say
all
that
that.
because she is all
No,
that.
she is all
Look
that.
at that big old beautiful house you done bought my sister.
She all that. She all that. You all that.
Hey. Look at that rich background on the background.
Yeah, she like that.
Nigga.
You
Okay,
like that?
So
About
Swiss
that.
Wait a minute, so Swiss had told him
Swiss
he
say,
was like he was like outside of the United States. He was
she
like
look
in the
good.
world. It was the biggest versus ever.
Oh, I would think so. Of course it was.
I'm so happy for
look
you,
at
brother.
her.
I
She's
love
so
you
pretty.
so much.
Look at this. Look
That's
at
your
this.
wife. Look at how.
What?
No, the Lord love you a lot.
Y'all know. For to give me that.
And then
Fans had a lot to say about Birdman still keeping communication with Toni Braxton, and let's just say the comments section was not kind to Birdman. People were calling him out left and right, saying they couldn't believe he even had the nerve to talk to Toni Braxton again after everything that went down, especially since she allegedly tricked him into marriage, filed for divorce just 2 weeks later, and then hit him with that massive $160 million demand. The internet was definitely not holding back on this one. Now, Birdman wasn't the only one catching heat. Toni Braxton got dragged rant too, and let's just say the comments were far from friendly. Fans were in the comment sections, with the internet completely split down the middle. But just when everyone thought the drama was finally dying down, and we'd heard the last of it before the court made its final ruling, more tea started pouring out as sources close to Toni Braxton stepped in, claiming it was finally time for her to tell her side of the story surrounding the divorce, because she has been wrongly interpreted and judged by a lot of fans. Now, according to sources, Toni Braxton's decision to file for divorce just 2 weeks after marrying Birdman was way more complicated than what we saw on social media. That whole "Birdman was too good for me" excuse was just something she said to stop the press from hounding her back, a simple line the blogs could run with. But behind the scenes was a whole different story, as Toni Braxton allegedly found out about some really dark stuff Birdman was involved in. She's alleging that Birdman is involved in some disturbing rituals and has questionable connections with certain powerful music execs. According to sources close to Toni Braxton, she started noticing some really unsettling behavior from Birdman. She allegedly witnessed him do some seriously disturbing rituals that had to do with sacrificing animals, and let's just say there were a lot of blood involved, and this sparked her curiosity to dig into what was going on. And she found out that Birdman was allegedly in some sort of a cult, some powerful music execs he was involved with, and let's just say Diddy used to be one of them. The source revealed that Toni Braxton claimed Birdman bent for Diddy a couple of times for favors because Diddy was directly in communication with some of the most powerful people in the country. And it's not just music executives, but royalties and captains of industry. And once she found out, sis didn't waste a second. She was out. And yeah, Birdman attended a lot of Diddy parties. And yeah, there's this video of Diddy kissing Birdman, which is wild TBH.
I should have been on BET in a week. Yeah. And you will definitely be upset. You will definitely be upset because you will be outstunted, motherfucker. I was just man, look. Nigga, start working out though. Just start get in the gym though. You know something, I ain't gotta work out. But you know something, my thumbs is so strong from counting all that paper. But yo, hold on, check it. Let's stop. We gotta do this. Do our work. Do our work. If you ain't have enough style to give me a pair of Reeboks, I asked you for a pair of Reeboks today. You ain't got no class. Yeah, fresh. You ain't even hooked me up. You'll have them in the morning. What do you think? A box of them. Hey, yo, check this out. This is Diddy. This is that boy they call Diddy. I'm here in the biggest. This is just the play around mansion. Believe that. This boy is really for real. He's number one stunner. I gave what he gave. I got past it to him. You know what I'm saying? I was the number one stunner. I'm like a superior stunner now. You know, I'm gonna graduate to my master's degree of stunning. And he the number one. He's the one that's. You know how you have. I'm like Kennedy. You feel me? And he like Clinton. I was the president, but shit. He the man, no? Yeah. That's OG there. I'm just check this out. But at the end of the day, we in it's all one, and we in his mansion. It's one of many. He own the whole mother block. God damn. But yo, check this out. Cash Money Bad Boy, and we won't stop. Yeah.
And it's not just about the video. There are literally tons of photos of Birdman attending Diddy parties. Also, Birdman getting himself mixed up in all these behind-the-scenes dealings made him lose control over his own label. Yeah, he might have been the face and the founder of Cash Money, but at some point it stopped feeling like the final decisions were really his to make. Now, rumors about the mess that happened at Cash Money Records have been circulating for years. People close to the label, from staff members to insiders, talked about these secret closed-door meetings and a string of questionable business moves that just didn't make sense. Even artists signed to the label were confused, wondering who was actually running the show, because it started to seem like someone outside the boardroom was calling the shots and overriding everything that had already been agreed on. Juvenile was actually one of the first people to speak up about it. He openly pointed out how weird things were at Cash Money and how certain artists were suddenly being dropped from their contracts without any clear explanation.
You know what was weird to me when I got the Cash Money? It was the weirdest thing. So I know they had all these artists on the label. Right. So I get to the label, and then all of a sudden, they let all the artists go, all the other artists go. Mm-hmm. And then they start telling me, you know, it's gonna be you and Wayne and BG. So I'm like, you talking about the little kid, the little boy? Like, dude, I'm grown. Like, for real? Like, yeah, it's gonna be you, Wayne, and my nephew. Now I ain't really knew who Derek was. It was like, and my nephew and BG. It's gonna be y'all. Y'all gonna be the whole new. I'm like, you like UNLV? UNLV was like the shit. Right. Yeah. I'm like, damn, you like UNLV? Miss T? Like, you know, I was in shock. I'm like, that's a lot of pressure to drop on my head.
That's when fans really started side-eyeing the label, realizing something about the whole operation just didn't sit right. Also, Birdman is known for not paying his artists their full payment. Over the years, he's been called out multiple times for not paying people what they were owed. Remember when Lil Wayne actually had to take him to court? Yeah, that wasn't just internet gossip. Wayne won that case, and Birdman was ordered to cough up a whopping $51 million for unpaid album sales, royalties, and damages going all the way back to the Carter III era. Even Jadakiss wasn't shy about speaking on it on his show. He trolled Birdman's $160 million divorce as his karma because he's tight with money and does not pay producers their cut, adding more fuel to the fire that Birdman's money management, or lack of, might be a whole scandal of its own.
Yeah, this is crazy, Joe. But the Birdman said he was with Toni Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork. She got a divorce in 2 weeks and caught him for mega millions. He said the fix was in. This Birdman saying it. He's saying
he did no prenup?
He was with a no prenup, 18 years.
Talk about the guy that don't pay the producers to the last minute. Let me stop. I love Birdman.
It's almost karma. It's almost somebody told me when we discussed this story in my house, people were saying karma.
No, you standing on this or this?
No, I'm not standing on this. I'm not at the divorce, bro. I'm telling you what the streets are saying and the Birdman said. The Birdman said he was with her for 18 years, married her, he had no paperwork, she got him. I don't even want to tell you the number. The number's the price of this building.
Also, Birdman hasn't exactly been taking this whole divorce situation too well because fans have started to notice that something seems off with him lately. A video recently went viral from the Hot Boy reunion tour showing Birdman looking a bit spaced out on stage. And social media wasted no time jumping to conclusions. People were side-eyeing him hard, saying it looked like he was totally out of it. But according to his close friend, BG, that's not what was happening at all. BG came forward to clear the air, saying Birdman wasn't under the influence of anything. He was just struggling to read the teleprompter, and the camera angles in those viral clips made everything look way worse than it actually was.
Let me ask you, Birdman was not asleep on stage.
Nah, hell nah.
They explained that. They said he was reading some...
Yeah, nah. All right, so you, come on, bro. You done did arena days.
Yeah,
right? You know
I did a lot.
So you know when...
The set list, right?
When they had a set list tape, you know, to the flow and the list of songs and, you know, what's coming on next and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's reading, seeing what's coming up next. He just got caught from a bad angle. You know what I'm saying? He got caught from a bad angle, and then I pull up on some, you know, just, you know, hyping him out the way. Nah, hyping him.
So, yeah, Birdman bending for Diddy and other powerful people in Hollywood to get his label to where may have come as a shock to a lot of people. But yeah, this is Hollywood. Diddy was alleged to have done the same to get power and funding from Clive Davis. So this kind of looks like what a lot of execs of smaller labels in Hollywood do. Yeah, but this coming from Birdman was the only surprising thing. Honestly, it's starting to look like Toni Braxton might have just been trying to find a way to justify that sudden divorce. Because let's be real, there's no way you've been with someone for nearly 2 decades and have no idea how they move or what they do behind closed doors. A lot of people online are side-eyeing her, saying she might have known more than she's letting on and is now using these allegations as a way to distance herself and make sense of the split. And honestly, it seems to be working because ever since those claims came out, the narrative has completely flipped and people are worried for Toni Braxton's mental health. Toni Braxton exposing Birdman for binding his body had fans talking, and they left comments saying, but she was around for a long time, enjoying everything. Now she wants to look like a victim. Meow, she knew what he was doing. It's crazy how people has been talking about these demonic celebrities for years, and MFS called it hating. Toni needs to take several seats. She knew what it was. She went for the bag. If it wasn't about the money, her classy behavior wouldn't have wanted money. If he's such a demon, why take the devil's money? So what do you think? Do you think Birdman is guilty of bending his body for favors? Or do you think there's more to this than what is being reported? Let me know what you think in the comments, then check out the next video.